Hey guys, how are you? My name is TECHNOFREAK, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reacting to Tom MacDonald's fake woke music video. Now, I've already heard this song, don't come at me, but we're going to watch the music video and maybe talk about some things that he talks about, because now it's kind of, it's after the fact, but I feel like these are still kind of good topics to kind of talk about from my own perspective. So if you guys don't like the political stuff, probably don't watch this. But yeah, so we're just gonna get into this. But first, if you guys are new here, been here before, and you're not yet subscribed yet, consider subscribing down below. Got a lot of reactions over here. Got Tom MacDonald, NF, Eminem, Logic, Token, Crypt. Got a lot of people over here, so if you guys are interested in any of that, subscribe down below. But yeah, so we're just gonna get into this video.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing
hitting
Xanax
it
at
right
the
off
top
the
of
bat.
Billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Harder getting a job than getting a gun. Yeah. Well, okay. So with that, I've never bought a gun. I'm just explaining, putting this in perspective. As far as like getting a job, it's this 2 to 3 week background check that I do not understand at all. Why does it take you so fucking long for a goddamn background check? Like 2 weeks is like an average, like what I would imagine to be like, okay, well, we did this interview, and then in 2 weeks time, you've already forgotten about that person, and then during that time, you're like, oh shit, we interviewed somebody. Oh yeah, he's cool. Like, it should be like that. I'm surprised. Anyway, I cut my thumb doing a video that's probably already out, but yeah, it's stupid. Yeah. Okay.
You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then
so I want to talk about cancel culture just this 1 second. Mr. Potato Head. Why did they cancel him if the creator created Mr. Potato Head to be a Mr. and not a Mrs. And then later on was like, okay, well, yeah, we can do a Mrs. Like, it's a brand. Like, it's that's his art. That you can't change the art of it. But I guess you can, because, you know, it's like, I don't know, however you describe that. Yeah.
You're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens. We think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame.
Yep.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so
shout out to Nova for editing this. Okay, so here's my 2 cents. So, because we're talking about fake woke, cancel culture, all of that, I want to talk about something that kind of happened during the presidential election. I'm not going to talk about like either side or whatever, but as far as like elections go and like how people were reacting. So you can vote at 18. Right? I feel like that just because that you are old enough to vote, that you get any say in what happens. How did I word this? You are not a legitimate adult if the only adult thing that you do is being able to vote. That is my opinion. Like, if you live at home with your parents, maybe you have a car, but if everything that you have that is supposed to like take care of you is not done by yourself, then you do not get a say in what's to happen. Because at that point, it's like, you don't live on your own. You don't have your own car. You don't buy your own groceries. You don't see the world as it is because you're still at home. You know, you only see what's online, not in person. And I feel like that's kind of where I am. Like, I guess I'm considered Gen Z, but I don't feel like it. I've always thought I was a millennial up until, you know, whenever the fuck people were like, oh, Gen Z are bad people, and then people changed the fucking dates on when people are classified as millennial or Gen Z. For me, I always thought that millennials are people born around 2000, 97 to 2002. And then that's that. And then everything after that is Gen Z or whatever the one is before millennials. Because how are you a millennial if you're born in 1980? 1970? It doesn't make sense to me because you're not born at the beginning of the millennia. You know, that's me. But anyways, enough with that.
I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food in my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse.
Okay, so I want to comment on that. Huge thing, not that it just recently happened, but like the beginning of the year, we had the attack on the Capitol. And I had thought, okay, so obviously something's not working. I had a thought that we need to get rid of the parties, like all of them, not just Democrat and Republican, but all of them. Just get rid of all of them and elect people based off the character of their person, what they stand for as far as like how things should, you know, like if they're for or against whatever, just based off their own beliefs and not just be like, oh, well, I don't want to vote for that person because he's not in my party. Who fucking cares? It's the individuality, you know, it's we the people, not we the party. But if we got rid of the parties, then we wouldn't have a civil war. There wouldn't be this debate on left and right, who's wrong, right, whatever. If we got rid of all of that and made it an individual and more based off of the person that it is rather than what they're associated with, then there wouldn't be any issues. At least I think. I don't know. But, you know, who am I? I'm just, you know, a 21-year-old kid who, you know, has no say in how the world works, and you know, I'm just a kid online.
Screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were...
So, kind of a funny thing with that line is, I think it was on TikTok, but it was a video of this police officer delivering a pizza because he ended up having like a warrant for his arrest, or the delivery guy had a warrant for his arrest. So did they take longer to get to their house, or was it the same amount of time? That's the question. I don't know.
Trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves. They so fake.
Like that visual.
Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake. Oh, same, so.
It was Tom MacDonald the whole time? What?
To get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How do we
I didn't even know about that until this song came out.
Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
Feminism. Again, I have no right to comment on that because that's not my movement or whatever. Like I don't, whatever. It's not my place. But from the things that I've seen now, it might just be the case that the only thing that is showing from feminism is all of the attacks on men. But from what I see online, whatever, that's kind of where I'm talking about. Is that it's a lot of man bashing. And it's weird because it's like, It's more about empowering gender individuality, I guess. Like make sure that, it's not power over one of each other. It's gender equality. And that's not what's going on. It's a lot of man bashing because you're a man. Yeah, I don't know.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me.
I know I didn't comment on any of the visuals and how like this was made or any of that. I've kind of done like 3 different videos of them, Tom MacDonald and Nova Rockefeller. So I've kind of already breaking down how they kind of do videos. This is just kind of like a topic talk, I guess. But yeah. It was Tom again. What? Yeah. So a lot of issues, and there's even more issues nowadays, because this was, I think, 6 months ago or some shit, 5, 6, I don't know, within the year. No, it was actually this year. Wow, okay. The end of January. Okay, wow. The world hasn't changed. A lot of politics talked about in this video. Don't cancel me because I said some things. I'm not very big into politics. I mean, I get into it because, it's kind of my life, because I live on my own, and like certain things dictate how I live, so I have to be in it for that. But however, I'm not really into it. It drives people crazy. I've kind of lost my mom to the politics, the rabbit hole of Trump still being president and the government's running the country and not Biden, and there's worms in our masks, the disposable ones, all of that, the tinfoil hat conspiracy theory stuff, and it sucks. But anyways, no, I get into politics sometimes, but like I have my opinions on things, and that's kind of where I stand. Is those are my opinions on things, and that's it. Like I don't consider myself any specific party, because that defeats the purpose of what I've said in this video. As far as like getting rid of parties, it's an individual thing, what people think or believe in, I guess. Also, I have other things to do with my life than being completely caught up in what's going on in the world. That's not to say that I don't care or anything like that, but, well, I don't, but, you know what I mean. Please keep the comment section fairly nice, I guess, or at least not like attacking anybody, any people, me. Or if you do, please be lighthearted about it. So that has been my reaction to Fake Woke by Tom MacDonald. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Comment below how you guys are doing, what you guys thought, what other songs you guys want me to do. Do you want me to do his more recent stuff where he's not talking about any sort of like controversial stuff? Because I think he had a whole album come out where it's more of like his mind state, like his own personal life rather than politics and controversial stuff. Whatever it is, let me know down below. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.